within the first session, I felt so genuinely validated and understood, and it felt like a very authentic connection that my trust was built with him immediately.
He's very intuitive, and he asks really good questions.
He reads you and he listens. One of the most amazing listeners I've ever met, and he can play it back in a way that makes sense.
It's authentic, and it makes all the difference when you're confiding, personal stuff on how you can be your best you. He puts you in an environment where you feel comfortable too.
I think he has a great balance between being supportive and sincere, but also, if you need to hear some hard stuff, he's very comfortable with that as well.
One of the things that I most love about Rob's style is how direct he is. It's really good for me. It's been very good for me. Very open, very easy to kind of be vulnerable with and go straight to the core of things. But his approach is really very direct and clear and concise.
So I've worked with a lot of coaches, and I think what I really appreciate about Rob is I've never worked with anyone that's so genuinely present. He literally cannot speak to you for several weeks and come right back in and pick up like you just talked to him an hour ago. And I think that's really important.
He's understanding, and he knows when to push back and when to let us discuss stuff and when to come in and compliment stuff.
Yeah, Rob's style is really, really personal and really, I think, simple and direct, but super effective. He, over the time that we've been working together, really gets to know, how I respond to different questions that he asks or different approaches that we're working on in the coaching, and kind of personalize it to what works best for me.
He has a spiritual sense, and that makes the coaching holistic, but then he's done a ton of personal development as well as all of the different materials that are a little more academic and traditional. So he can take a traditional mixed with a spiritual, mixed with a personal development style, and create a best fit approach, which I hadn't found with anybody working in the past.
I think he has a great way of helping you see what it is you need to work on, even if you don't know you need to work on it.
And, through a series of exercises, there were some things that were sort of ethereal, these exercises that were very helpful. And then some of the things were just straight on, just nuts and bolts.
I don't know, he's got this superpower, that allows to really feel what you need to be working on. I can't explain it. It happens organically.
Values. Everything we do with Rob is brought back to our core values, which is the first thing he starts with. When I come to him with issues or things we want to solve, are we being aligned with our values? And that, to me, is the most important lesson he's taught me.